Shows his new transformation to black, Goku tells him that this power he achieved after many years of training and thanks to Shenron as well. Even Goku Black is shocked by the power Goku is possessing. This power even surpasses his own Rose power. Goku Black isn't shocked and even surprised that Goku was able to achieve this type of power. Goku tells Black that no matter what he does, he will defeat him. Black just grits his teeth and tells Goku to not underestimate him. They both fight, but Goku Black is on the back foot. Because of Goku's power and experience, he's easily able to pick out Black. No matter if Zamos had much more experience as a god, Goku had much more experience in battle than Zamos ever had. Of course, Zamos does try to practically achieve a new transformation. He tries his hardest, but it's not doing anything. Goku continues to beat down on him, but eventually realizes that his other self is in him. Realizing this, Goku realizes that he must not destroy the body or try to destroy a soul, because he realizes that if he does that, then not only will Zamasu disappear, but also Goku who's inside of Zamasu. So he must break his other self out so he can help him. Of course, Goku just tells Goku that no matter what he does, this version of Goku that he stole his body will not be able to get freedom. Of course, Goku tells him that that's not true, and he will be able to help his other self, no matter if Goku Black tries to step in his way. Black just laughs at Goku, but he continues to get beaten down by Goku. Because of this, Goku does hold back a lot, but after Black realizes this, starts to get angry and frustrated. How is he losing to a mortal? He shouldn't be losing. He's a god. How can he lose to a simple mortal who's nothing comparable to him? He's not even using any god powers. He's only using his mortal stage. How can this be? How is he so weak? How is he so pathetic? Go back and continues to scream those things in his head and starts to get angrier and angrier. Eventually, he starts to roar, shaking the entire space around him. Even Goku is surprised by the power Black is releasing as Black's hair starts to grow longer. And fur, just like Goku did in Beerus when he transformed to Super Saiyan 5, continues to grow in Black's body, and eventually his tail turns pink as well. Goku isn't shocked as Black powers up. His eyes turn dark pink as he now achieves his own variation of a Super Saiyan 5. This is what Goku Black will now call Super Saiyan Rose 5. In this form, he shook the entire place they're in. They're between a space between space and time. So of course, this will shake everything around them. Goku was in shock because Black was not almost equal in levels to him. He's not even above him right now. He could sense that Black's power has increased immensely. Black just laughs and finalizes that he has the advantage now. He then fights Goku, and Goku actually realizes that he's actually weaker than Zamasu right now. Due to Goku Black's new power, he's not even stronger than he's ever been before. And because of this, of course, he starts to overpower Goku. Goku realizes that he's actually on the back foot. If he does not actually try to attack Zamasu or even tries to overpower him, he'll not be able to do anything. Goku thinks that his other transformation will not be able to do enough. He must do something. He must think of something. Anything will work. But what exactly does he need right now? Super Saiyan God will not help. Nor Super Saiyan Blue. If he uses Kaioken on top of this form, he will only strain his body as Zamasu will just get more powerful. This will not be enough. He needs something to truly overpower Goku Black once and for all, to finish his battle quickly and help his other self, because he knows that the more longer time he spends trying to fight Goku Black, the more control he gains over the body and potential of his other self. So Goku realizes that he must try to break his limits. Goku tries to think of any possible way to get stronger. He knows that he can combine transformations with Super Saiyan God and 4, but that will not be enough. Super Saiyan 4 is already stronger than most of his transformations. So what can he do? Goku thinks to himself and then thinks about his teachings with the Grand Priest. Back then, when Goku actually trained with the Grand Priest trying to taught Goku the power of Ultra Instinct. It was a technique that all users could use, and the Grand Priest believed that due to Goku's power and level of strength, he believed that Goku would be able to practically achieve this level of power because it's not only of his experience, but also because of his calm mind. In his timeline, Goku is actually much more calm-minded and much more focused on the battle, but he can actually calm his mind to much more further levels. Because of this, of course, the Grand Priest continue to train Goku and they try to achieve Ultra Instinct, and because of the Grand Priest being one of the best teachers in the entire universe, he's able to practically help Goku trying to grasp on the power, much better than ever Whis did, which of course was able to guide Goku much more better. Goku then focuses, trying to tap into a power, believing that he can do it. Goku then closes his eyes, and Zamasu just seeing this, just laughs and tells Goku that it's over. He tries to strike Goku, but before he can do anything, his punch is blocked by Goku's hand. Instantly, the aura of Ultra Instinct bursts in within Goku's form. Goku has stacked Ultra Instinct on top of his Super Saiyan 5, making it so his transformation is even further more powered than Goku Black's. Of course, Black Woman is surprised and shocked. How is he able to overpower once again? He shouldn't defeat Goku. This punch shouldn't have defeated him. How is this possible? Zeno tries to think of any way that Goku's gotten stronger, but Goku just opens his eyes. They're still red, but they have the hint of silver within them. Goku tells Black that this is over. With a powerful gut punch, he's able to send Black flying. Black is of course in shock and coughs out blood. The blow was incredibly strong, but he also feels something within him. He was Goku. He was trying to break free from Black's control. Of course, Black was getting beaten down by Goku, and eventually he was beaten down to his base state. Of course, Goku started to actually suppress his punches, and eventually his arsenal was starting to fire back as well. Zamasu could not actually hold control for much longer because of the damage he was done to our body, alongside how he was trying to fight a mental battle within Goku. He could not do anything. He was losing the battle from each side, the mental and the physical state. No matter what he did, he would still be defeated by both of them. Of course, after some time, they were able to practically overpower Zamasu, and eventually the Duke from the other timeline was able to practically get his body back. And eventually thinking his other self, and eventually they were able to seal Zamasu in the space between time. Of course, they're able to seal him and eventually trap him inside there for eternity, making sure that he stays there forever. Of course, after they return, they explain everything to everyone. Of course, everyone was surprised to see the second Goku, but he does apologize to both May and Future Trunks. But that it was his fault for not being strong enough to help them. But both Future May and Future Trunks said to him, there's no problem, and he actually helped them survive, so they did not blame him. Of course, Future Goku just smiles and thanks them, while Goku decides to practically help them by using Super Dragon Balls with the help of the Grand Priest. But using Super Dragon Balls, they're able to restore his other self's timeline, but they could not actually restore Future Trunks' or May's timeline because their time was completely, to say the least, is destroyed because of his power. Because Goku Black's initial power up, you able to not only just train inside Trunks' timeline, but also use it as a playground, probably destroying Earth itself and the entire Universe 7. Also, almost all the gods were killed in that in Future's timeline, so there are no gods that could actually get there. So both Future May and Future Trunks decided to practically stay here, believing that maybe this is the best way to live here. Of course, Future Goku did decide to invite them to his timeline, but they decided to practically stay here, believing that this was their home. Of course, Future Goku did not disagree with them and eventually left back to his universe. But of course, he did spar with his other self. Both of them were actually equal in power, but because of our Goku actually tapped into Ultra Instinct much more better than this current Goku, he was actually able to overpower him slightly, but the battle was still a draw between them. But they were still pretty happy of the results they got. Of course, after battle, and Future Goku returns back to his timeline, eventually Goku returns to Zeno's palace, and eventually learns from Zeno and the Grand Priest that a tournament of power will begin, a tournament between all 12 universes. Of course, Goku was actually surprised to hear this, but also hearing the consequences of a universe losing was a much more bigger shock to Goku. He actually not thought that Zeno would do that, but it seems that now Zeno was actually serious. So Goku decided to probably ask Zeno if he can probably train his universe so they can be prepared for the battle. Of course, Zeno actually does not disagree with this, but he tells Goku that the other universe can also train as well. Of course, Goku decides to not disagree with Zeno's idea, but that it's fair. So he decides to go back to Universe 7 and eventually meets everyone on the lookout. Eventually telling him about the tournament, and everyone was actually surprised and shocked of learning the consequences. Goku tells him that he helped them grow stronger and more powerful together. Of course, Vegeta thinks that the only stronger people besides Goku are him, Gohan, and of course, Future Trunks, Present Trunks, and of course Goten. They are the only strongest people on the planet right now. Of course, he doesn't actually include Pan or Bra because they're still unexperienced with their powers, and of course, still not experienced in battle too much. So of course, the heroes do take this kind of disrespectful for Vegeta, but of course, they realize that Vegeta is actually correct. Of course, Krillin actually explains that maybe Marin were able to help them by growing stronger, since she's still pretty young and is actually starting to learn martial arts a lot better. Of course, Goku actually thinks this is a good idea, but he also wants to bring other fighters as well, but that this will be the best way to increase their powers. Goku also tells both Bra and Pan that they should fuse together, since the people he wants to invite will be 2, so they'll most likely be too much people, since there will be more than 10. Of course, both Bra and Pan will be kind of against it, but eventually after hearing what the fusion can do, they decide to agree to it, believing that maybe together they're able to provide much more better help than separately. Of course, Goku's idea of actually bringing fighters was actually told to Oob, and of course, after hearing that Granola will also be joining them, Oob was kind of against it, but Goku told him that it's the only way. Even though Oob does not trust Granola, he's the only one of the 2 strongest people in the universe besides all of them that he knows. Of course, Oob will be kind of against him, but after a little bit of convincing from Goku, and eventually after everyone as well agrees with it, Oob decides to let in. But of course, Goku tells him that he will help him grow stronger so he can defeat Granola if he ever tries to backstab him. Of course, Granola is a much more trickier person, so Ubi decides to agree to it. Eventually, Goku decides to use his transmission, and eventually teleports outside the lookout, and eventually brings two people, being Broly and Granola as well. With, of course, the two of them being confused where they are, but eventually, after some brief explanation from Goku, they decide to agree to join a tournament and eventually train with everyone else. And this is the end of the first part, guys. Hope you guys enjoy us. I'll see you guys in the next one. Sayonara, everyone. See you next time.